welcome everyone. We are casting Div B West tonight, Roll1Esports versus Cosmos, and I have Slexia joining me to co-cast. How are you doing tonight, Slex?
I'm great. How are you?
I am fantastic, ready to get into this. I gotta say, Div B West, one of my favorites to watch and see how it plays out.
Oh yeah, same.
So I'm excited to see how this one goes tonight. Let's go over these map selections, coin toss, and how that all played out. And then it looks like teams are about ready to get into this. So just real quickly here. We did have Roll1Esports win that coin toss, opt to go with first pick option, meaning map pick over to the side of Cosmos. Map bans are as follows: Braxis Holdout and Volskaya Foundry taken away by Roll1Esports, Dragonshire Alterac Pass banned out by Cosmos, and we are going to Hanamura Temple for game number 1 of our best of 3 series tonight.
Yeah, Hanamura. Excited, curious, ready.
Yeah, you know, I'm surprised how often I've seen teams pick this up. Usually it's the one that people avoid and like to ban out, but I've actually been seeing a lot more teams pick it up over, you know, maps that I thought I would see more frequently. Like, I don't think I've seen an Alterac Pass game yet. I don't think anyone's taken that, but I've seen Hanamura like 3 or 4 times now.
So I've played on Alterac. I haven't played on Hanamura because my team bans it. But if you don't ban it, I mean, and someone has a strategy for it, why not take a team there?
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Hanamura is it can kind of become a snowball-y map where you win those like early invades on the camps. You end up just doing this kind of like ring around the camp thing. And you just cap camps, show up to the next team fight, up 2 turrets with the siege pressure from Sentinel camps going on. And it just kind of really, you kind of just find this pace in the game where you're just doing a camp, winning a team fight, doing another camp, winning a team fight. And it's kind of a hard map to come back on sometimes.
Yeah, it really can be, especially because those recon camps give so much experience and just the camps in general. So that talent tier advantage that you can get so easily by taking them can just really be oppressive, especially depending on how well a team scales and where their power spikes are. But I'm excited to get into this. I think we're waiting and then we'll be good to go.
I think we're just waiting on the ready from one team here before we jump into the game. Callie's laying on the couch behind me right now. It's so cute. She's like laying on the back of it.
Aw. Oh my god, I just noticed my camera is all messed up. That's fine. I'm just gonna be down here. Yeah. But anyway, so my team and I played against Roll1 yesterday. And
yes. And that went in your favor, I believe.
Right. And then one of my good friends is the tank player for Cosmos. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. I'm also excited to play against Cosmos soon. So hopefully we beat them. Anyway, let me see if we can get ref. Oh, nope, we're getting into the draft.
Callie's already making noise here in the background, so I do apologize.
Callie. It's hilarious. My pets are just running around the back of every piece of furniture as well. They'll scale this chair soon. So,
well, here we are. Game number 1. We got Roll1Esports on the left-hand side, Cosmos on the right. Roll1Esports, as I said earlier, opting for that first pick option, so this map was chosen by Cosmos. Now, I think typically Hanamura, you want to go with something that's decent early game so you can pull off some camp invades, maybe invade their Sentinel at 1, win a team fight early. So I'm not expecting any heroes where you maybe necessarily need to stack on them, or like a Varian where you don't really come online till level 4. So you can probably take those things off the table, but who knows?
I'm expecting a Diva to be taken off the table unless no one really plays it. Instead, we see a Tassadar ban. I feel like he can be annoying for sure, but maybe a target ban.
I do think he's fallen out of the meta a little bit since his nerfs came out to him. And he's always kind of been one of those targets that's pretty easy to catch out of position, as you have to stand still for so long to do your auto attacks and even to land Qs.
Right.
So I think now that he's been nerfed a little bit, I've definitely been seeing less of him picked up in these matches.
Yeah, ETC getting banned, that's really good. He can offer so much zoning potential on these camps that we're talking about, and just, I mean, he's really strong right now as a tank.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if we're going to see Roll1 also ban a tank out. But if not, then they could just go straight for target bans. I feel like that was their strat yesterday. They do quite a bit of scouting.
All right, it is going to be that tank ban, whether it's a target ban or not. I'm not 100% sure.
I do know that Legacy plays quite a bit of Diablo, plays quite a bit of ETC, but he also plays other tanks such as Johanna, and I'm not sure if he's picked up Garrosh, so
I'd definitely be looking to pick up tanks in the first half of this draft now, as 2 of them already banned out. Kind of leaves up like the oh my goodness, 3 tanks banned out already.
To me, this seems like Cosmos isn't worried about the tank choke because they maybe have something up their sleeve. But we see Zad, is it Zad? Yeah, pick up Uther. Will that be main tank or is that main heals?
I'm wondering if it's going to be main tank, because I think it would be... I think just with so many tanks banned out, like, they should be grabbing their tank in the first half of this draft, so it's not going to surprise me if they are trying to run an Uther main tank. We do see the Johanna and Li Ming getting picked up on the side of Cosmos here.
All right, so comfort pick for Legacy on that Johanna. Li Ming, great for poke on this map, and just lobbing orbs, especially with her level 4 talent. That reset that you get, that not reset, but the cooldown rather, offers quite a bit. Oh, and Roll1 coming in strong with Ana and Greymane. So that's great for these camps and macro objectives.
And this is looking a little bit more like this is going to be an Uther main tank here, as they do lock in that secondary support.
Interesting. Just kidding. I don't know what accent that was, Jazzy.
I wonder what they're going to put in their off lane. Because I feel like if they're going for like a team fight comp, an Imperius here would be real strong. Imperius with Ana and Greymane blow up would just like murder, you know? But he doesn't have the best wave clear for the top lane, so he definitely would need help clearing out those Sentinel camps from Cosmos.
I think a Cho'Gall ban is good too, especially if they've ever played that. Uther can offlane for a bit, and Cho'Gall is just Stunlock City right now. No one wants to play against it. Like, if there's a whisper, a hint of a Cho'Gall, it's like, get that out of here.
Yeah.
Final ban, though. There's the Diva, finally. I'm surprised no one picked it up. Now it's not even an option. Or should I say a nuclear option? Just kidding. Ignore me. Ignore me.
I'm curious to see if Roll1Esports intended to run Cho'Gall or not. If they end up winning the series, it's something I might want to ask them.
Show it begin.
The wait is over.
All right, super strong picks coming out from Cosmos. The Cassia is still really strong right now. Even though nerfed a bit, she brings a lot to these team fights. And I mean, Deckard Cain, even with that Ruby cooldown increasing, he still is great as a healer.
Yeah, I've enjoyed seeing Deckard being played after the nerfs, just to see what talents people pick at for now. And I've been seeing a lot of Lornados recently too.
Yeah.
Which is quite surprising, because Stay a While and Alyssum brings like such good team fight potential and save potential, whereas Lornado is more of a skill shot that can be dodged kind of thing. So
I love a good Lornado. It just sucks that if I'm playing, for example, and Coffee's on KTZ, it's like Lornado's not an option here. But yeah, I think they'll probably go for Stay a While here. Final pickup though is that Artanis. So, which draft are you liking?
I think I'm going to have to go with just the more standard draft here and say Cosmos. They have pretty good potential invade at level 1. I just think that Uther right now is not the best for being a tank. I know it can work, and maybe Ana will allow him to pull that off. And I mean, they have the blow up that they need from a Greymane Jaina to get kills here. But I'm just worried that if these fights are more sustained, that Uther's not going to be able to manage here. I don't know.
Yeah. See, I love the draft for Cosmos, but I want Roll1 to be successful with this. I want to believe
that's exactly how I'm feeling. I'm like, prove me wrong, Roll1. I want to see you rock an Uther main tank.
All right, well, let's get into it, Jazzy.
Well, here we are at game number 1 of our best of 3 series. Roll1Esports on the left-hand side with Rock Your W on the Jaina, Poe on the gray main, Zad playing the Uther, Waniba on the Anna, probably saying that wrong, and Big Beard playing the Rexar.
And on the red side, playing for Cosmos, we have Silver Jackal on Li Ming, Odd Thought playing Deckard Cain, Legacy on Johanna, Dark Knight on Artanis, and I'm guessing it's Karma on Cassia. So Karma. I don't know. Artanis and Rex are already...
Karama?
Karma. It's like
Cassia.
Caramel, but caramel. Karma. So it looks like the strategy for these teams right now is just to keep their solo laners top, hiding in a bush. While bottom gets pushed out by 4 other members. It's just a lot of vision setting.
I'm really curious how Uther main tank worked. Like, how good is it in the early game? Because sometimes that's what's really important on Hanamur if they go for these invades.
Right. Well, this Uther is going for the stacking quest, so he has 75 stacks to get, and he's 7 in.
Cassia getting quite low here, but the potion is there. She is slept into the blizzard, though, so going to take a little bit more damage, but fortunately able to back up before they can find the pick onto her.
Yeah, I think that we just need to smoke from Roll1 and let Uther get his stacks on these camps as well as the minion waves, and it looks like that's what they're doing. They're going straight to the bottom recon camp, blowing that up rather quickly.
Just going to take a look at top here. The little bit of contest going over the top vision camp. Artanis was on it, but rest of Roll1Esports doing the rotation to the top lane and not going to allow him to take that. And they're even going for the gank, even though he's under Fort Towers here. He's going to be able to walk away safe and sound. Sentinel camp getting picked up right now by the side of Cosmos. Roll1Esports on the turret camp.
All right, so both teams just mindful of all camps. I mean, the vision camps being taken early was great, but I think Cosmos will be able to get those back pretty quickly. Legacy, the tank, was left behind in the lane to get soak, and we're really even on experience. Both teams now just looking for that level 4. Ooh, and right there, blue team was able to still get back this recon camp. So now they've reached their level 4.
Level 4 is now online for the side of Cosmos as well. That Sentinel camp getting picked up soloed by the Rexar here, so if they go for the invade, this is going to be a 1v4 if they can make it in time. Cassia's stepping up. Oh, I thought she would bend and be able to get onto the point in time, and she doesn't quite make it, but they do get the pick onto the bear, now looking to turn onto the Rexar, and he does fall, and they manage to steal the turret away from Roll1Esports as well. Or sorry, I should say they managed to get the turret placed down from Roll1Esports. They didn't steal it, but... yeah, if they were just like slightly a little earlier, that was so close. I thought Cassia was going to get it for sure. Now we're going to see a little bit of fight over this recon camp. Rexar back up now, rotating towards the top lane to start soaking down there. Cosmos.
You know, for as long as the stun and the sleep puts someone out, I don't know how they haven't had more kills. It's just insane seeing how long Legacy was stunned there, but there is a lot of damage coming out from the Samurai, and a lot returned back. Jaina taking a huge orb to the back, but making it out.
Greyman going in to try and finish off Silver Jackal there. Doesn't quite work out. Li Ming is able to step back and survive. Potions now getting tossed to her. She does hit the top button. She's going to be ready for this next engage here. This recon camp looking to be grabbed by Roll1Esports, but Cosmos not letting that happen.
Both teams likely just looking for 7s. Looks like Legacy playing that Johanna is going to usher the objective a little bit down towards his team in this bottom lane. Uther wants this camp back, or at least wants his stacks, and that could be the strategy too. It looks like they want to go for it, but he really just wants stacks. If they get it, they get it.
We did see rubies getting picked up at level 4 for that Deckard, so we're going to have those popped every once in a while to give some extra heals over to the side of Cosmos.
Alright, well the objective is making its way towards top.
Sentinel,
All members from Roll1 together.
Sentinel camp is up for the side of Cosmos too, if they want to grab that here, but it would probably mean trading objective at this point, as all members of Roll1Esports are sitting on that point.
Right, and they do have level 7s first, so they can make some moves here. We do see Artanis going in, but there was the blow up we were talking about. He falls. Legacy looking to get some damage onto the Uther now in return. Orbs coming out from the right side, but members are chunked, just not finished off, and
yeah, I mean, even though Roll1Esports is up the players right now, they need to be quite careful because their health pool getting low. Resets for Ming could spell devastation for their team here. It does look like Cosmos is going to opt to pick up that Sentinel camp now, have that top lane pressure for when they start to push in this objective here. Sentinel camp is also up on the side of Roll1Esports if they choose to do that right now, and it does look we're going to see the rotation coming out from Roll1Esports onto that Sentinel camp.
that is a rough decision. I mean, they're chunked. Some are low on mana. This could be an invade for the side of Cosmos. They're a little too late, though.
No, but this is working out for Cosmos, so they managed to push in this objective here. Their turret camp is up down here. They're all around for objective, and they have a Sentinel camp pushing top way across the other side of the map. So they kind of are in control of this right now. They have the time and space they need to do what they want. They're getting damage onto this top fort right now with the Sentinel push, and they're going to be able to defend bottom without giving up objective here.
Yeah, great call. It looks like blue team is now going up to defend, but one tower's down. The other about to get hacked. Instead, it looks like the minions are going to chunk away at it a bit. It hangs on by just a thread. And now the objective is moving towards top again, but really, we both know, Jazzy, that these teams are just looking at camp cooldowns at this point.
Yeah, here's the thing. Rexar not quite here yet, and 2 turrets on the side of Cosmos really puts them at a little bit more of an advantage to take this fight right now. Team's pretty even on XP, so they'll be hitting 10 around the same time. I guess Roll1Esports has 1 turret on the Rexar if they choose to drop that. Jonna does pop the Unstoppable there, sleep on the Cassia, but no follow-up onto her. Out comes a swap onto her Artanis, lands out onto the Uther. Uther sent to the backline now, and he does fall. Artanis, though, ends up falling for that as well. Turrets are out and being shredded here. Legacy getting quite low, and they're looking to get that pick onto the bear. Sleep comes out, landing onto 2 members of Cosmos, and that's going to be the disengage, I think, here. We're looking to grab this recon camp on the retreat and push in this objective once more.
Yeah, Uther will be up shortly, certainly soon enough to meet them down in bottom lane. Both teams just so close to level 10. And I don't know, will we see Roll1 give it? They do have to wait for the wave to come to them, as Uther is just now arriving.
And here's level 10s online now for Cosmos, so that they want to contest this, they're going to have to do it down Talontiers for a moment here. Blessed Shield being picked up.
Misha stopped the objective from going, and here is level 10 for both. Stay a While comes out, and we hear the reset sound with Greymane getting knocked out. So much damage coming out with the Ring of Frost just devastating the red team. Li Ming falls, and Karuma is absolutely chunked, cannot sustain, but Dark Knight doesn't want to back out, decides to 1v9, and that is a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Roll1.
Yeah, not the way I expected that one to play out. They had that level 10 first and started the engage kind of before everyone on the side of Roll1Esports managed to pick up their level 10 talents there. A little bit unfortunate for Cosmos, but they are opting to go pick up their Sentinel camp now. Roll1Esports grabbing theirs as well, while the rest of the members push on this objective to the top lane.
You know, I'm liking the team comp for Roll1 even more. It's really clever. With the Cursed Bullet, the Boars, as well as the Sleep and the Stun. That's
yeah, they have
Ring of Frost? Oh my god.
They have a really good setup with Divine Storm, Ring of Frost. So if they can manage to pull that off and actually have, you know, everybody that gets caught in the Divine Storm also get followed up by the Ring, it can be really devastating for the side of Cosmos.
Something's just got to be interrupted. So at least they have a few of those things going for them, because all of that together is just like unfortunate. Both teams are doing pretty well though with 4 to 3 kills.
And I do like how Cosmos played this. They pushed down the objective into the bottom lane so that it was close enough that they could clear bottom lane without having to worry giving up objective. And Roll1Esports opted not to clear out the Sentinel camp. So there goes top fort. Joanna getting quite low. Ring of Frost connects onto 3 members of Cosmos. Down goes the Joanna. Stay a while and listen was out to try and peel, so they managed to get the counter kill onto the Uther. And now Ball Lightning bouncing around, getting the pick onto Ana. Next target to go down is going to be the Greymane, and that's a 3-for-1 in favor of Cosmos.
That was looking grim for a moment, but that Ball Lightning literally chunked and destroyed Roll1. And this is showing that Cosmos is going to start maybe that snowball that we're talking about. They did reach level 13. We're looking at camp timers here. We have less than a minute for their Sentinel. Same for the other one. And depending on how these team fights go, if they're able to keep that momentum and get those picks, maybe trading 1 for 3, they're going to be in good shape. But I wouldn't put Roll1 out yet. Their blow up is devastating, and it can't be perfect for them every time.
Yeah, I think they kind of have this nice wombo combo working for them. It's just whether they can manage to find the kills off that, because sometimes when you're running these, like, let's blow up everything all at the same time, you end up losing that target focus on who you should be killing first.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have Jaina talenting into Icy Vein, so she's going to have that up and available so that her basic ability cooldowns recharge 200% faster. And out comes Boars from the Rexar. That's going to connect onto the Ming, Cassia, and Deckard on the retreat here. Stay a while and listen coming out to peel for the team here. Cassia fending in, looking for the pick onto Jaina, and they do find that. Not for free. Deckard does fall, and it looks like we're going to see Li Ming going down next here.
Yeah, that was just, I think, a little bit a lack of communication from Cosmos there. Artanis was still top, and with having the blue team rotate down, I mean, they even had vision. Cosmos had vision of the bottom. It was just really, really unfortunate they were so far into the lane, but it looks like they're going straight for this Sentinel steal, and really there's nothing Cosmos can do about it.
They're going to be able to clear this up pretty fast, though, and hopefully maybe stop this whole ring around the camp thing that you're going to see Roll1Esports do now. They are going to grab that turret camp on the side of Cosmos, probably look to rotate and grab their turret and Sentinel along the way, as well as the recon camp.
Even if they lose team fights, though, Jazzy, I mean, the fact that they've taken down 2 forts is...
Ooh, what a weird swap onto that Uther there. Kind of like stuck in the wall. Blessed Shield does go out. Here comes the combo from Ming, and Uther just absolutely blown up in this engage. I think they might have stole a turret off him, too.
Easy win for them. Now we see the Sentinel looking to be invaded by Cosmos. Just Rexar really there to defend, as the rest of Roll1 is opting to get their turret camp. Without having their tank, it's probably the best call, but they need to get out as quickly as possible. Both teams looking for 16s at this time. This is going to give Cosmos the opportunity to get those recon camps back and have vision of the map, and probably just get them 16 right away. They're really showing a favorable spot here, having those 2 forts down.
Yeah, absolutely. They have those periodic katas spawning in to create pressure in these lanes that Roll1Esports is going to have to back to take care of every once in a while.
I don't know how I feel about this fight, though. I feel like they should get 16 and then fight.
No, I agree.
All for it.
Out comes the ring. That's going to connect onto 3 members there of Cosmos. Down goes Joe and Artanis. Cassia getting chased down now. She is going to fall as well. That's 3 members down on the side of Cosmos for 1 on Roll1Esports. And down goes Deckard as well. No, you're absolutely
timing.
Absolutely right there. They just needed to be patient, get that level 16. This game is totally going all in their favor right now with structures down on the side of Roll1Esports. It was just an engage for the sake of fighting, I felt like.
Yeah, there was really no reason to do that. They could have just rotated around their bottom fort, got the wave there, then looked to take back the vision camp. Because, I mean, this objective takes quite some time to get to the other side of the map, but it freely will make its way there if you are dead in the graveyard. And that's exactly what's happening here. Roll1 will be getting this objective, putting some structure damage onto the side of Cosmos.
He's putting some damage onto this bottom wall fort, front wall of the bottom fort, I should say. and taking out the fountain down there. Sentinel camp up and available now on the side of Cosmos if they would like to go for that. And now because of that engage, although they were up on the XP lead before, they're now a level behind.
Yeah, and really they're going to have to show a strong defense and call out the targets they're looking to get in their fights, because it has been scattered, and if they don't want to lose structures and be
Here
behind,
comes the swap onto Jaina. She's sent into the back line, blown up, down she goes. Uther also getting caught out. And they're just wreaking havoc here. 3 members down on the side of Roll1Esports, and the chase is on now. Greymane has the nano boost from Anna, and they're just looking to retreat, but Ming is in there. Out goes the swap, but does not connect, and she's just chasing down. Orbs and missiles go out, does not connect either, but we have the slow from Deckard, catching the Anna, and the Fen coming out from Cassia to secure the kill. Actually, technically, Artana secured the kill, but...
And I mean, Johanna had the condemn. It was just a lot of things going on. The Sentinel camp is up. Cosmos has their Sentinel pushing in top lane as well, so that's going to be damage onto the top keep while they push this bottom keep. And they're looking to be in a strong position again. They're very close in kills, both of these teams, but Cosmos is doing the most with what they get when they actually take members down.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're going to see them try to secure a keep now with the help of this Sentinel, while some members of Roll1Esports are still down. And I believe this should be the keep falling here. Now turret camp is up, and you're going to see, this is exactly what I talk about when I mention Hanamura, is you win these team fights and you just go on a ring around the camp game.
Yeah, and they have the footing. Typically, you know, you want to do those types. Ooh.
Wars are used, stay a while, and listen, coming out from the Deckard, looking to disengage. Actually, just kidding, throw out the Blessed Shield. Here comes the Ring of Frost, catching 3 members of Cosmos. 2 of them are going to fall here, not for free. Uther, Jaina, and Greymane picked off almost simultaneously. And now the fight is on between the rest of the members left here. Ming looking to try and get those resets. They do find a 4th pick, and there we go, 5th pick, all 5 members down on the side of Roll1Esports. I can't believe that Li Ming didn't die.
I know. Well, the fact that Rexar died killed Misha. So otherwise she would have died. What I was going to say before that team fight was, you know, they could just play it safe and not take the turret, you know, and not lose anyone. But I mean, they won that fight there 5-2, only losing the 2 members. So that wasn't necessarily a bad thing. They do have level 20s, and we're going to have to see Roll1 pick up a whole nother level, but they can't even do that until they res. Artana's taking this opportunity to assault this top keep.
See, I'm going to criticize Ming's build a little bit here. At level 4, she took the Orb Talon instead of heals on deaths. So it makes it really hard for these situations where she's getting all these resets on her abilities, but without the... I can't remember the actual name of the talent, but basically when you get a kill, you get health back. Without that talent, she's getting so extremely low in these fights and not able to sustain through them. And she's gone teleport build for the rest of the build, so she needs to be in there, and I just feel like not having that health to back her up is really scary in these team fights.
Yeah, for the poke though, the orb talent is really strong. It's just getting those resets like she has been is proving to where it's like, coulda, woulda, shoulda when it comes to that talent. You know, having that Misha is just another body for resets, and having the lower health pool, it would have probably been better suited here. But all members are back up for both teams. Sentinel is up, ready to be picked up by Roll1. But this objective is making its way in favor of Cosmos, and quite frankly, we've got to see a defense here.
I mean, they have the Sentinel pushing onto top keep, so if they just ignore that, it's going to do a lot of damage to this top keep. I'm interested. I think Cosmos just really needs to push in. They can see a bunch of people defending. I mean, they know where they are. Out comes the Blessed Shield, but it doesn't connect. Uther already taking a bit of damage here. Joanna getting just bursted down, trying to walk back to that potion, but she's just CC stunned for so long. Artanis now caught in the back line of Roll1Esports, taking quite a bit of damage, just looking to auto and proc his shields. He's going to fall. Not for free, though. We also saw Uther getting picked off on the side of Roll1Esports. The rest of the members getting quite low.
One member. Cassia doesn't want to give up here, Jazzy.
No.
Looks like we're going to see Rexar finish the job. Jaina gets that final pick, but Greymane falls as well, and that's 3-3. What am I looking at?
This should be Ming being able to finish off here. She has the range damage.
She needs to teleport out onto these potions. There goes the death. Oh, Jaina!
She's
I
got this.
blocked
She's
it.
got this. She's getting these
Perfect
resets.
time.
Out comes the Wave of Force, looking to get that last pick onto the Rexar now, pushing this objective, and that's going to secure top keep here.
Look
I
at
think you're
all of this
looking at
pressure
a
in bottom
Deckard
lane.
with all of these potions set up everywhere and the range poke, because she did take, I mean, she took the orb talents at 4 and 16, so I guess she's just like, oh, I'll prove you wrong, even though she did get extremely low.
Yeah, these catapults are going to definitely end the game with a little bit of poke. Maybe Deckard can whack it with a stick, or am I caster cursing it because Uther's up?
Yeah, he does have his
16%.
ultimate here as well, and that's
He
gonna
has
be
to kill
popped.
the catapults, but he's going.
Unfortunately, yeah,
for the
unfortunately the
heroes.
Catas are gonna finish it off there. Winions for the win. Game number 1 going over to the side of Cosmos. GG's, well played.
Yeah, 11 kills from that Li Ming, with 68,000, almost 69,000 hero damage. Next closest is the Jaina, not too bad with 8 kills and 61k damage. It was just all about what the teams did when they got those kills, Jazzy. And like I said, when we were casting it, Cosmos really took the proper steps in taking structures and taking fights while their Sentinel was pushing and things like that.
Yeah. I mean, Ming did well. I can't believe some of those fights that she didn't die. I mean, the last 2 big team fights we saw, she left with, like, no health on her bar.
Yeah.
Barely surviving. Let's
Yeah,
take a look
I
at
don't
the
know.
builds real quick.
It was an absolute bloodbath, though. 16 to 24 kills.
Very
Crazy. Yeah.
high deaths. I don't typically see games this high deaths. You rarely do you
Right.
break into the 20s in these games.
So high. My God.
Plate of the Whale getting picked up by Cassia at level 4. I don't usually see that one getting grabbed either.
Yeah, interesting builds. Even the Ice Fury wand from Jaina at 7. Sometimes I take that for fun. I'm curious about it, but either way, it worked out for the red team. And maybe it's just comfort builds for Roll1. Not sure.
Full bionic grenade too from the Anna.
Yeah,
I see a lot of
that
sleep
too. I
these
feel like
days.
the sleep would have been so impactful because of the stun. I mean, they already couldn't control their characters when they were stunned and then slept, and it would have been even more devastating for them with the sleeps. But I mean, the reduced healing was something that they needed as well, especially with rubies.
I mean, maybe she went that because she realized how these team fights were going to be playing off of like a huge just blow up combo on their side with Divine Storm and the Ring of Frost and Boars and everything. She just wanted big biotic grenades.
Yeah, I guess. Looks like we're getting into this next lobby.
All right, let's take a look here. Map selections real quick. Figure out, for those of you just tuning in, how we got where we are and where we're going now. It does look like we are going to Towers of Doom for our next game here. And I believe that Cosmos picked this map as Roll1Esports opted for first pick. So let me just update this for you guys. All right, so game number 1, as you just saw, played on Hanamura. That one picked by Cosmos and won, so they kind of had a strategy of how they wanted to play that out. I guess they must feel comfortable on Hanamura. Game number 2, Roll1Esports opting for first pick once again, and Cosmos bringing us to Towers of Doom. We, of course, have Braxis and Volskaya banned out from the map pool by Roll1Esports. Dragonshire and Alterac Pass banned out by Cosmos, so we won't be seeing any of those maps tonight. And I think we're just about ready, waiting for a couple more members to get in here, one more member to get in before we get into this game.
Yep. So, I wonder what we will see as far as comps go from both teams. I feel like we're going to see just a normal comp again from the side of Cosmos. curious if Roll1 will still do some sort of cheeky Uther main tank thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, hang on. I just switched over to us and it's like
Oh no!
it's like not picking up your camera for some reason. There we go. I'm not sure if they're gonna try and just go with a more usual draft now on the side of Roll1Esports. Yeah, I was a little bit curious to see if they could make the Uther main tank work. I'm not a fan of it personally.
Towers.
And it turned out to not play in their favor that game.
Uther and Ana is so popular, though. At least they used to be, but I don't know. It's really like if you have that down and you're confident in it, and they had some amazing rings and the ability to possibly end, the team fights in their favor. It just they didn't have the sustained damage because Greymane was often the first to fall. So let's get into the draft for Towers of Doom.
All right. Same as last game, Roll1Esports getting that first pick option, so we're going to see their bans here. I'm wondering if they're going to switch it up. Maybe take away that Li Ming.
Maybe take away a Diva earlier, because if anyone plays it, I don't see why they wouldn't pick that up.
You think Diva's that good?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't choose Diva over Zul personally on this map, but
it is going to be the Li Ming ban coming out from Roll1Esports. Target ban onto Cosmos after game number 1. Cosmos still opting to take away ETC as their first ban. We saw this one as their first ban in game number 1.
So after doing some scouting of Roll1 with my team, we noticed that they played Johanna a lot. So this is big brain by Cosmos, banning the second pick tank for Roll1 and things like that. We're going to have to see most likely the Johanna picked up first on the side of Roll1 if they want to have the Johanna at all. Because I think Cosmos is trying to put them in a tank choke, knowing they don't have a very large pool.
They are going to opt to ban out the Zul this time around. Great for double soaking, mid-top on Towers of Doom. Last match we saw Cosmos ban out Garros for their second ban here, and I'm wondering if they're going to stick to the tank choke, or if this point, because Cosmos didn't, or Roll1Esports didn't ban out a tank on their second ban. Nope, they're still going to go with the tank ban.
They're going to stick with it. This is where they'll need to pick Johanna up if they really want that strong tank by the side of
Diablo is still up and available, so maybe they're not too worried about it. They are opting to go with the Chromie here for first pick. Tassadar being grabbed now on the side of Cosmos.
That was banned last game by Roll1, so they do get that on the side of Cosmos. I think Chromie can be a bit more annoying here with her poke and also her time traps. Legacy picking up his Diablo, which was banned last game. Definitely a tank comfort pick for him. Also good on this map with all of the walls.
Yeah, so we're seeing now the target bans that they put out first round of draft last game are exactly what Cosmos grabbed this time. We saw Tassadar and Diablo banned by Roll1Esports first game, and now that those heroes are up and available, they're going to be scooped up by the side of Cosmos.
This time Deckard Cain getting picked up by Roll1Esports, also a Tychus pick. Not a hero that's played often, but it's easy to just forget how much damage he can actually do. Tychus can be really crazy, and both of his ultimates are really annoying, so I kind of like that pick. Let's see what the final ban is from the side of Cosmos. It will be the Gaul again. The Gaul again sounds like I'm speaking in Pig Latin. You know what I mean? It's like, who the goo, the gar, you the goo, for the Gaul. The bit.
All right, I wonder if we're going to see that Diva ban taken away once again. They did opt to ban that as the third ban last game. And the other target bans that they opted for are already picked up on the side of Cosmos.
Is this the Diva ban again? That's what we saw last. No, instead it's Cassia too oppressive. That ball lightning was devastating. Plus her damage is just out of control, especially using those charge strikes. So who will we see for the off lane here? Can they anticipate to go against a Rexar again? Is that perhaps a comfort pick for the side of Roll1?
You know, I mean, it could be the Rexar again.
I will fight to my last breath.
He could do it. I'm more interested in what they're going to grab for their tank here. I guess Joanna is still up and available.
May is also available.
Oh yeah, May. I totally forgot she exists.
It's easy because there's like more heroes in the game now. It's like, wait, hold on, there's something else missing. Also Muradin right now, but instead it is the Johanna. And who will we see for off lane?
Sonya.
Will be the Sonya.
I like Sonya pick up here anyway. She's pretty decent at double soaking that mid top lanes on Towers of Doom. And in terms of interrupt for her, not too much really. Just Diablo to interrupt if she wants to spin on the back line right now.
Yeah, curious though. Who will we see? Is it a Urel perhaps? It's a Malthael.
Beyond your reach.
Are you running an internet diagnostic right now?
Yeah, I am.
If it is stuttering, just hang in there. It's peak hours for some internet service providers.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. I have shitty internet. Even though I have business package. And it just seems like every night at peak hours, I get little losses on my network.
I hate to see it. It's fine. We will persevere. Thank you guys for hanging out anyway. In chat, which draft do you like better? Who are you rooting for here? If we see Cosmos take the W, it'll be a 2-0. Then we're done for the night. If Roll1's able to get that win, we will head to a game 3. Let's get some hype. Even though my voice doesn't get very hype, let's hype up. Let's do something. Woo, Jazzy. Woo, woo. I don't know.
All right, game number 2 of our best of 3 series. Super hype here. On the left-hand side, we have Roll1Esports with Rockier W on the Tychus. Zad playing the Joanna. Poe on the Chromie. Waneba on the Deckard. And Big Beard playing the Sonya. Who do we got on the right, Slexia?
Woo! We're hype over here. Jazzy on the right side. In the red, we have Cosmos, Dark Knight on that Malthael, Odd Thought playing the Rhaegar, Silver Jackal on Tassadar, Karuma playing the Raynor, and Legacy on Diablo, the Fire Lord.
Right, we're going to see both these teams start out in the mid here. Malthael actually splitting off to go soak top. It's going to be a 4v5 in favor of Roll1Esports for the first few minutes here.
Oh, and they are just sweating both teams. I can feel it in my bones. Just kidding, I can't be hyped that long. I'm sorry.
All right, Roll1Esports going down to that bottom lane to catch some soak here. Camps up in about 25 seconds. Usually like to get on those myself right at 1 minute. We'll have to see how these teams decide to play this out.
Exactly. These force walls, though, already zoning out the Tassadar, and the grenade from the Tychus is also just really annoying. A lot of annoying things this game for people. All the shapes from Deckard Cain, the displacement from the Tychus, the slows from the Rhaegar. It's just a lot. Force walls especially. Looks like we do see Cosmos picking up their sappers first. Legacy trying to get vision and let Roll1 know that he knows what's up. He knows they're on their camp. Will they go for an invade? No.
I was hoping they would. They got that camp so fast.
Right.
It's now pushing in bottom. That wave about to crash on the bottom fort here of a Cosmos. Camp finally picked up.
Excellent
Here
job
comes a
by
stun
the
onto the
Malthael.
Tychus. Q going out from the Tassadar, connects onto a couple members there. Not too much damage though. Tychus getting quite a bit low with the follow-up damage from Raynor, but potions healing him up, and they managed to clear out those sappers.
Still, losing a tower and a wall this early is pretty rough. Red team Cosmos will have to clear up the sappers themselves, and they do that just fine. Legacy checking the chin of Johanna into that wall. We will see the rubies coming out from Deckard Cain onto the blue team as Legacy's caught in the middle of two members. Huge damage coming out from Chromie with the condemn from Johanna, but luckily Cosmos is able to make it back behind their fort wall. What I was saying earlier is Malthael's doing an excellent job in double soaking, using his on a pale horse, but is he going to get caught out mid, Jesse?
Nope. He's able to back up there, get behind the wall before the gank can happen onto him. Needs to be a little bit careful though, because members of Roll1Esports still hanging around, looking for the pick if they can find it. But he's not afraid at all, getting some damage onto that Johanna on the rotation. Diablo setting up here, catching someone. It's going to be the Tychus taking a bunch of damage, getting caught out on the rotation. Johanna sticking around to peel. Going to get a little bit poked as well. She just used her unstoppable after everyone had backed off already. And maybe she was afraid of getting stunned into the wall by Diablo as she passed
Maybe
there.
it's one of those like muscle things where your finger does it on accident. That's like it does it so frequently. That happens to me. But one thing I want to say is this force wall placement with the wall bang from the Diablo is great. Having that extra place to knock someone by the Diablo, just as we see here, is really amazing. Unfortunately, though, there's just so much damage coming out onto the backline that Legacy is not seeing right now, and his healer is going to fall.
Yeah, this is what I was saying about the Sonya. There's not a lot of interrupt on the side of Cosmos. If she gets into the back line, she can just sit back there and spin to win. And that's what we see there. The Rhaegar getting picked off, and that altar going over to the side of Roll1Esports. You know,
maybe they will readjust their strategy.
I like the whole like wall with Tassadar things, but there's been times where I've actually seen it glitch and the Diablo will go through the wall with the hero as well, so it always makes me really nervous to draft it.
We'll just have to see how it plays out. We do need to have the harassment, I think, by the Johanna on the Sonya, like what you're talking about with interrupting her. Or she just needs to be turned on and focused immediately. She's got to be the main target because she can be so oppressive, especially with the squishy Tassadar who has to stand still to attack. Take over while my cat climbs up my hip.
All right, Tychus popping that unstoppable, looking to try and retreat here. Decker doing what he can to keep him alive, and he is going to be able to back up. They don't get the pick onto him. Johanna taking quite a bit of damage for that though, and it looks like Cosmos going to be pushing in their sappers here. They already got a lot of this bottom wall down, looking to finish off this tower with these free sappers walking in. Joe doesn't want to have it happen for free though. Tassadar wall comes out, Diablo landing the stun onto her. Deckard's Dorito coming out to land the root as well, trying to zone off for Johanna and saving her potions, healing her up. Tassadar getting some last minute poke onto him, and here comes the temporal loop onto the Rhaegar. Able to dodge a little bit of damage, but not enough. He's looking to retreat here. Is he going to survive? And it looks like it's actually going to be Roll1Esports getting turned on here. Sonya here to try and help out the rest of the team, but everyone else getting too low, needing to retreat. And they get that pick onto Johanna. She just stayed around a little bit too long here. She's going to fall. Altar's now coming up. Two members down on the side of Roll1Esports. We already see the Rhaegar capping that bottom altar. Raynor going up for the mid one, and it seems like Roll1Esports just giving over both objectives this round.
I mean, they have to. Losing those two members was just devastating. They also need to work on getting tens. We see Cosmos inching a little bit closer. And with Diablo having all of his souls, he is looking to be even more aggressive. Will he lose them here, though? Chromie dropping sand left and right. Tychus shredding his health bar. He's going to have to back up.
We do see Chromie building into the Dragon's Breath quest there, already finishing it out, so doing a little bit more damage now. Deckard also opted for the level 1 Scroll of Identify, so sitting at six stacks on that right now.
With level 10s being picked up for the side of Cosmos, we see Archon, Apocalypse, Last Rites Hyperion, and Holding, waiting to see Bloodlust. There it is.
Here comes a temporal loop out onto the Tassadar. He pops his unstoppable, gonna be able to walk away here. Decker getting turned on by the Diablo now, and out comes the Bloodlust. Team just getting chased down now. Roll1Esports looking a little dangerous here. Johanna actually going with Falling Sword is going to be able to escape barely with her life, and now we have Sonya here for the fight, once again spinning to win in the backline of Cosmos.
Yeah, with the Odin popped by Tychus, red team is pretty zoned. Blue team doesn't want to give up, though. And that was a falling sword I saw from Johanna.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to see all the ults that were picked up before the fight happened here, and I was just like, oh, we got a Bloodlust. Wait, we got a falling sword as well.
I definitely think Blessed Shield would have been great against the Bloodlust comp, but they do have Stay a While.
I mean,
what?
okay, but you can only land a Blessed Shield on 3 members. You couldn't land a falling sword on all 5.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I do think that Blessed Shield is generally a better pickup. Again, we have Last Rites and APOC from the Diablo. We already saw the Hyperion come out from Raynor earlier when they started to siege that bottom keep up. Here comes the wall from Tassadar. Tyke is getting a little bit caught out, but going to be able to back up. They're just trading towers here. Currently score 24-28 in favor of Cosmos.
Yeah, and keeping Roll1 top, let's see Sappers pushing a little bit. It looks like they will make it down to clear them in advance, but that could have been this bottom 4. And
here
they're
comes the
looking
APOC
for
from Diablo.
blood.
Tyke is getting comboed here, and the wall out from Tassadar, and he's just left with nowhere to go. Deckard landing to stay a while and listen on to the members of Cosmos, and Tyke is getting chased down by the Sonya now, but they're going to be able to turn on her here. They're focusing her down. Deckard doing what she can to heal her up, and she's walked out of this fight now. Is she still going to be making it out? Yes, she's good to go. So that's just a 1-for-0 in favor of Cosmos in this engage. Now looking to secure this bottom keep. They do have the siege camp if they want to try.
Yeah, instead Hyperion's going to come out, and then possibly they look for it and bait.
Yeah, there we go. The minions are going to finish it off with Hyperion. They are able to cap that keep.
And they do get 13s as well, so they own this bottom lane, and they really should defend it to the best of their ability. We're looking at pretty even core health here. Malthael, like I said, doing a great job of the double soaking. Will they want to go for the Sappers before Roll1 gets 13? It looks like Malthael's checking it, thinking about it.
I mean, it looks to me like the rest of Cosmos just wants to defend this bottom keep. And I mean, that's what they should be doing. The next objective is spawning mid, so it's going to force Roll1Esports to either funnel in through the camp area, or if they leave early enough, they can come up through the top.
Right. Temporal Loop coming out, not landing on anyone. We have Sonya in the back line again, Legacy far in the front. Here comes the falling sword from Johanna. It does uproot 3 members, and there is Sonya once more coming in, having to find these potions. Apocalypse comes out with Stay a While as well. Legacy in the back line with all members of Roll1. Now Sonya will finally fall, and we see Johanna fall as well after the Deckard Cain, and that is a favorable fight again for the side of Cosmos here.
Okay, so
also managing to get the objective, yeah?
So maybe they're just trying to pair the falling sword with the leap. You just like 5-man stun the entire team, followed by another 5-man stun if they're ever grouped up enough.
I mean, weren't we casting that game that had the ETC stage dive with Purification Salvo and Leap? Or did we play that?
No, we were casting that. Yeah, that was a heroic game we casted in one of the first weeks of NGS.
Absolutely miserable to see. But Cosmo's doing a great job of defending this bottom lane. The Sappers are
Here comes the temporal loop again. Cleanse went out onto the Tassadar though. Falling sword coming out from Johanna. Doesn't connect onto any members of Cosmos though. And now she's getting chunked down and needing to retreat. 2 members on the side of Roll1Esports quite low here. What a risky spot to back in. What if Tassadar had just thrown that Q onto Johanna? She probably wouldn't be standing anymore. Here comes the Sappers now.
Level 15.5 for the side of Cosmos. I don't see them leaving down here anytime soon. Maybe sending 1 person to get that bottom altar. And another to the right. Johanna falls here. She'll not be up for this objective. And it's safe to say that we're going to see 2 altars going over to the side of Cosmos. Sonya hasn't even positioned herself for the top one. Just doing that now.
Looks like Tass is going to back to the forward to tap that healing fountain, get his mana topped out. Diablo, Raynor sticking around to defend this bottom. Rest of Roll1Esports in the top lane. Maybe they were looking to potentially rotate over and stall out the right-hand side, knowing that they had everyone bottom on Cosmos, but unfortunately not enough time for them to do that. Still looking for level 16s for Roll1Esports. 9-25 in favor of Cosmos in game number 2 here.
Yeah, and level 16s for Cosmos is a huge thing for them. It's going to take a lot for Roll1 to catch them in experience. So looks like they're rotating to the top fort on the side of Roll1, maybe looking to get some counter pressure, maybe looking for the boss. They are showing.
They are going to start that boss up, and you know what I like this call? At this point in the game, when you're so far behind on core shots, take that boss down and just have it off the map as a potential win condition if you lose next objectives. I mean, they know that it drives me nuts when teams just sit in the bottom lane trying to take back the keep down talent tiers and feeding them more and more XP and losing the fight over and over again instead of just going to get soaked somewhere else or do something else on the map until you can actually contest bottom.
Well, we will see level 16s picked up shortly for the side of Roll1. They can finally look to possibly get their structure back if they would like. There is an altar spawning in bottom lane. Sappers
Look at this
heading
top lane. Oh, I thought Malthael was going to come in for the interrupt, but Sonya manages to catch that camp. Malthael doing a little bit of damage onto the camp and Sonya here. Probably going to be able to clear this up without much issue. APOC coming out down in the bottom lane, connects onto the Tychus. He does pop that Unstoppable, looking to get out here. Here comes the Stale Wild Listen, followed up by the falling sword onto a few members of Cosmos. Raynor getting quite low, and they're looking to try and get the picks here, but it's just not happening for them. Joanna needing to back up now, and she's quite low. The rest of the team doing what they can to poke and try and get some damage out onto the members of Cosmos. But it is going to be Tassadar finding that pick onto the Joanna, and they're looking to clear up these pumpkins before they walk in and get a couple more shots onto the core.
It was an excellent job at healing by Rhaegar. He's doing such an amazing job at knowing when to actually hit his heal button, because his team was incredibly low there, and it could have gone either way. Excellent team fight by both of them.
So I like that Sonya is frequently coming down for these engagements, but it does feel like there's been a couple times where she's showing up just a little bit too late. By the time you get there, the team fight's already over.
Yeah.
There's
I think she was prioritized on top lane and trying to get that counter pressure. Both 4 health left on Roll1's core. They have to find a time to fight either 5v4 or 5v5 and get some pressure going. Death timers are high enough that they should be able to get some picks and possibly get their structure back and take some from the side of Cosmos.
Yeah, they're so close to securing this bottom keep, and it is going to be Tychus just absolutely getting blown up here. Stunned into the Tassadar wall and then flipped over and kill secured by the Tass. Now Chromie popping that Unstoppable to avoid the APOC combo coming out from Diablo. Condemn comes out from the Joanna. Here comes the Bloodlust now. Joanna using her falling sword once again. Lands onto the Diablo, but really not much follow-up there. Stay a while and listen coming out. And here comes the Temporal Loop onto the Diablo. Just a lot of poke damage being traded out. Joanna getting dangerously low. She is going to fall here as well. And here's 3 Sappers looking to walk in to the bottom lane here, giving a few shots onto the core of Roll1Esports if they can't get them cleared up. And it looks like they're not going to be able to. And now we have two altars up and available, so if they can't win both of these, this is going to be the game going over to Cosmos 2-0 here.
Right. The thing is, we're seeing these temporal loops, and they're on the tank. There are better targets, and it's just not working out for them. There is the leap, and a cleanse coming out from Dark Knight on the Malthael, able to heal up. The Sonya does fall. Cosmos looking roughed up, but I mean, I don't think they're gonna die here. Two members,
and we're already seeing, here's the channel here, Malthael's gonna manage that, and this is gonna be the game going over to the side of Cosmos 2-0, finishing out this series with a clean sweep.
Yeah.
Take a look at these stats here, and I'll hit up the captain of Cosmos for an interview.
1 to 13 kills that game. Cosmos did a great job at really dominating the bottom lane. Excellent job.
Yeah, I can't help but wonder how maybe this would have played out if it was a Blessed Shield and maybe even Wrath of the Berserker here. They really only had Diablo to interrupt Sonya. I feel like Wrath of the Berserker could have gotten a lot of value if she had opted for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just felt like that entire match was Cosmos in charge the whole time, playing it exactly how they wanted to.
Right.
All right. I'm going to hop over into the NGS lobby if you want to join me for the interview here, and I'm going to hit up the captain as well. In the meantime, feel free to look at these talents.
I was like, which lobby? And she gone.
I guess we really got to see here why the Diablo Tassadar was target banned the first round by Roll1. Ooh.
Yeah,
Hang
I
on.
know Legacy plays Diablo a lot. Like I said, he's a friend of mine. I played with him for quite some time. And hello to Cosmos. Hello.
How's it going?
It's great.
Every
How are
time you
you?
say hello, I just imagine your remote.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Hello.
spam it in chat. Hello.
Well, no, GG's. Congrats on the win tonight, guys. 2-0 sweep in this series. How are you feeling after that?
It always feels good to get the domination.
Yeah,
All right.
Just like there's a lot of work just to get done still, though.
We do, for those of you listening, we have Silver Jackal and Dark Knight in here for the interview. Slice, do you have any questions you want to kick it off with?
I mean, you guys selected both maps, right?
Yeah, they wanted first pick both times.
Yeah. So Hanamura, is that just something that you know people aren't prepared for, or do you just have a certain strat you like on that map?
Not really a certain strat. We just know it's brand new to the NGS map pool, and that's a fun map. We all like it.
Tell us a little bit
Except
about the
me,
Li
though.
Ming build.
I hope people pick that map because I hate it. Actually, I hate that map.
Yeah.
Well, most
No,
of us
I get
like
it. So that Li Ming play though.
Yeah.
I want to be clear.
Tell us about your build a little bit.
I want to be clear. Silver stole a lot of kills, so I just want to say that.
Don't they? You know what I mean?
Leaving build? You mean the Calamity at 7?
Or we'll say the orb talents at 4 if you're going Calamity and not taking the heal at 4.
I just feel like I get more value out of that Calamity instead of the heal. You know, you can finish off the kills and get the resets yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the heal's at 4, but either way, it worked out for you guys. The
is it?
orbs
Oh,
and
yeah.
the cooldown. Hey, whatever works for you works for you. You had 11 kills. We'll let it slide. How about that? You guys, this is your victory. No big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. Great job by both of you. And Odd Thought on the Rhaegar. Tell us about your strategy and your bans for them. And the ETC and Garrosh bans. Why those?
Go ahead, Dark. I'll let you take this one.
I think you just, go to a hero's profile and you're like, what did they play? And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
they played that, and then you ban it.
All right. Well, easy enough. Won't waste your time with any more questions. Anyway, Jazzy, you have anything?
I know. I'm assuming that you just saw the Cho'Gall on there as well, because that was you guys stuck with the same bands both games there. So, I guess.
Well, I think the first match was definitely kind of fishy, when, and so, as soon as we kind of like, what's the worst thing we can see with this, and
Mm-hmm.
Jagal is just, he's an annoying hero.
it was either between Cho'Gall and Murky,
Right.
and I think Cho'Gall's a little more like concerning, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
absolutely. Yeah. My other question is, we kind of got the answer about Hanamura, but why Towers of Doom? Is that a favorite for your team?
Legacy was just, he really wanted to go to that map, so we're like, all right, let's do it.
All right.
Again, I get no saying what maps we play.
Yeah, we don't listen to Dark. We just tell him
I
what to
also
do.
hate it, so.
I love Towers of Doom, so thanks for picking that map. How long has your team been playing together?
We actually just started this season, and I think like a week before the season started is when we got our team together.
So pretty fresh group here, and you've got some nice communication going on already. It's good to see.
Yeah, we hope, we're gonna improve. Hopefully,
Yeah.
that's
Oh
always the
yeah.
goal.
Like nowhere to
Hey.
go but up from here if you guys are just starting out.
I have a question for you guys. It's about legacy. Does he still call every camp and group of like lane minions creatures? Does he still yell,
He actually
get
was
the
saying
creatures?
he was saying camps. Yeah, but he does say creatures sometimes.
Wow.
I actually Legacy and me were on a team a long time ago, so he got a little like
He just freaks
Yeah.
out. He's like, get the creatures. It's
So-
like, okay.
Is Legacy your
No,
shot
listen.
caller for your team, or do you guys all kind of do shot
we
calling?
all kind of contribute. Then we have a final call, and I believe
Alright.
that's Legacy. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I guess, do you have any other questions, and then we'll get into some shoutouts? Slex?
No.
All right. All right, then let's get into these shoutouts. Who do you guys want to shout out anyone before we wrap up the interview tonight?
Of course. Shout out to you guys for casting. Really appreciate it. Also shout out to Roll1. Always enjoy playing versus them. Used to be an old scrim partner of mine. Shout out to my team, and shout out to NGS for setting this up. It's always a lot of fun to play this game competitively. It's kind of ruined the game for me playing it casually.
Oh, yeah, I totally understand
Yeah.
where you're coming from there. Well, thank you so much for coming in and letting us interview here. We wish you the best in Season 10 of NGS, and I'm looking forward to see where your team goes.
All right, you guys have a great night.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
All right, let me call Slex back. Get her face back in here.
All right, I'm back. You called at the perfect time. Gus is right behind me. You can see him. He just scaled the chair.
Aww.
Okay, and he gone. So fun,
Before I can
fun
even
time.
transition over to you, he's gone.
Perfect. Because I mean, there's a chance he could have just clawed my back or something. That's what he likes to do. So yeah.
Well, that wraps up tonight's series. Roll1Esports versus Cosmo. Cosmo's taking the 2-0 win over Roll1. Any last thoughts here before we leave it off, Slex?
I look forward to playing against you guys, Cosmos. I'm also in B West, and I can't wait for that. Also, if you're watching and you don't follow me on Twitch, check me out. Chickadee, check me out. And that's it.
Yeah, you can find Slexia at Slexia on Twitch. I'll give you a shout out
Yeah.
there in...
Or-
Oh no, my bot's not working. What
Oh,
the heck,
no.
bot?
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Hit me up if you need to know where to find me. Other than that,
This
I'm
time
done.
it's not even because I didn't open it up. It's just actually not working. But go follow Slexia. Thank you so much for everyone coming out to listen to the cast. I really appreciate it. I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here for the night. Ban this
Yeah.
person.
Oh, I did it.
You beat me to it. Just gonna wrap it up here for the night. So stream's gonna end. But I'll be streaming again tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific time. My next NGS game is gonna be Monday if you want to check that out. And I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for hanging out and thanks for watching.
Ta-ta.
Bye bye.